All right, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, good evening, everyone. I'm excited to join with you guys today. So welcome to the Moneymalist. And today's episode kita nak bincang tentang should you invest or should you not invest? Okay, so this is a topic yang agak close to me because I trade for a living. So you know between investing and trading is there are some similarities dekat situ. So jadi I nak discuss sikit kena ke tak kena invest, because why? Macam biasa at Moneymalist kita nak fokus kepada bukan watered down information lah, the most simplest form of information that you can use to process to make your decision. In a world of a lot of information, there could be misinformation, and in financial decision dia sama macam apa GIGO. Siapa ingat lagi dulu accounting kan, apa information, garbage in garbage out. So if we get the wrong information, kita punya output, kita punya financial situation, dan kita akan dapat garbage lah juga kan. Alright, so sama juga, the right information will be translated to the right action. And when it comes to managing your finances, it's never about motivation. I said this a lot of time. I banyak kali cakap benda yang sama, which is in managing money, in managing your own finances, it's not about motivation. It's not about like macam satu orang cakap, okay, you kena hustle, kena cari duit. Okay, and it's not about working hard. And it's not about working smart. It's about working right, making the right decisions time after time after time. To be financially free, to acquire financial freedom, and to have a peace of mind in managing your money, you need to make the right decisions. And a lot of people yang fail dekat dalam their own finances is not because they don't fail overnight, but they fail over time. Okay, dia tak ada satu decision yang dia buat besok terus fail. No, is the accumulation of small simple mistakes. Dia accumulate macam snowball, kan. So sama juga dalam kita punya managing finances. Jadi untuk kita nak dapat this, let's say your goal is to be financially free, to acquire financial freedom, is about all these small decisions you're making every single day, every single month. They accumulate, then dia akan jadi this big goal that you're looking into. Alright guys, so kejap lagi I will be sharing my screen. If you guys have any questions to share or to ask, you boleh ask dulu dekat bawah. Then after I finish sharing my screen, then I can get back to you questions. Sebab I tak nampak masa I share screen, I can't see you punya questions. Alright, okay. So before I start sharing my screen, the main question is, should we invest or should not we invest? Is investing a need? Okay, is investing optional? Okay, or required? Are you required to invest, or it is benda yang you boleh pilih? Kalau tak nak invest pun tak apa. Okay, so jadi to answer this question, kita pusing balik ke belakang. Okay, you have to understand one thing. What is your financial goals? Okay, apa goals you? Because we need money, right? Okay, we need money. Or if you don't need money, we want money. We need money to survive. We need money to buy food. We need money to retire. We need money to send our kids to school. We need money to buy a house, to buy a car, to buy a phone, whatever it is. The money is flowing like water, and kalau air sangkut, tersangkut ada kat situ, right? So basically, to answer should you invest or not, you should really be understanding what is your financial goals first. Okay, I mean, bila kita cakap tentang financial goals ni, it's not about like, okay, I want to get rich, I want to be rich, I want to have 1 million in the next 10 years. Itu bukan financial goals. Financial goals have to be specific. Bermaksud, contoh, one of the financial goals is very, very common. Let's say retirement. Okay, everybody is going to retire unless you memang workaholic, like maybe you love your job, okay, but you still need to retire one day. We can't afford to work sampai umur 100 tahun, 200 tahun kan. Okay, so basically the first thing that you have to ask is, apa goals you? Okay, what is your financial goal? When you determine your financial goal, which is, let's say contoh sekarang ni we are talking about retirement. So when we talk about retirement, you can't give a very vague goal like macam, I want to retire dengan senang, dengan mudah. I want to retire macam tak perlu nak fikir hutang and whatnot. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Talking about finances, you know you have to be technical about it. You have to be precise, because when you have precise goals, you will have the precise steps. Okay. Before kita sembang pasal ni kan, let's say for example, kalau I tanya, okay, what is your life goal, contoh, then some of the answers that I got is I want to be happy. Being happy is not precise, because you can be happy, let's say kalau besok cuti, you can be happy about that. Okay. Kalau contoh student pula kan, besok kelas cancel, lecturer tak datang, you can also be happy about that. So jadi when the goal is not specific, dia punya steps tu you tak akan nampak. So let's say kita retirement, we put it as a goal. So what do you want in your retirement? Okay, so retirement tu dia punya like general big dia punya context. Okay, sekarang ni kita sembang pasal retirement, so the context is retirement. Then you have to break down. So bila you retire, how do you want your lives to be? Let's say contoh, nombor 1, hutang semua dah habis. Nombor 2, you don't want to be dependent on other people. Nombor 3, you have your own continuous stream of income that you could live with. Okay. Nah, nombor 4, rumah dah fully paid. Nombor 5, kereta dah habis bayar. Okay. Nah, nombor 6, maybe you nak, bila you retire, you nak pindah rumah. Okay. Mungkin sekarang you duduk rumah dengan anak-anak you. Mungkin bila retire, you just nak duduk dengan your wife, ataupun you single, nak duduk seorang-seorang kan. So, that is being specific. So, bila you dah ada specific macam tu, then kita pergi kepada satu persatu punya goals. So kita ambil daripada kita punya konteks tadi. One of the content is, okay, I want to retire debt free. Okay, I want to retire debt free. So sekarang kita dah tahu, okay, aku nak retire. The moment I retire, the minute I retire, the day I retire, I tak perlu fikir nak bayar apa-apa hutang. I tak perlu nak fikir nak bayar bank. Okay, nak bayar loan, for God's sake. Okay, contoh jangan hutang along. Okay, so bila you dah ada goals tu, then you can plan backwards. Okay, so you dah bayangkan you punya situation time you retirement. So retirement age you have to set. Okay, you nak retire umur berapa? Let's say you nak retire, kita ambil retirement umur biasa lah, kita ambil 60. Okay, 60. So let's say you nak retire umur 60, then you have to plan backwards. Okay, daripada umur 60 sekarang berapa umur you? Let's say umur you sekarang 35. So daripada 35 ke 60, you ada lebih kurang dalam 25 tahun. Okay, in the next 25 years, at the end of the year 25, how much do you need to pay off all your loans? Okay, how much amount you need to pay all your housing loans, all your car loans? Okay, jangan dah retire ambil loan baru pula. Okay, dah ada gratuity, dah ada bonus semua, okay lah, boleh beli kereta, beli rumah kan. Okay, so don't create a new beban lah. Okay, so basically at the end of year 25, how much do you need? Okay, how much would you need to pay all of your loans, all of your car loans, or kalau you ada student loans, okay, all of your child student loans. Okay, nak bayar budak-budak semua berapa. So you have to calculate that. Then bila you dah ada amount, barulah you tahu, you just break down balik. Okay, in the next 25 years, this is the amount that I have to save in order to get my preferred retirement. Okay, do you guys okay? Setakat ni semua okay. So guys, by the way, if you have questions or doubts or anything that you want to ask me, just put down in the comment section down below. And one thing about the Moneymalist is I really want to focus on the important information. Means that I don't want to get too technical. Okay, I don't want to get too technical. So kita just sembang the general way of approaching it. And then bila you dah dapat the feel for it, then you go technical. Alright, so okay, so let's talk about investment. I'm going to share my screen now. Hold on. Boom. Okay, by the way, what I'm about to share is one of the presentations that I give to a few companies when talking about investment. So you're going to see some old pictures of me. Hold on. Share. All right. Okay. All right. So why do we want to invest? Okay, why do we want to invest? Okay, the first thing is because of inflation. Okay, the first thing is inflation. And what is inflation? Simply put, nasi lemak that you bought 10 years ago is not the same price as you buy today. It means that nasi lemak you buy in the next 10 years will not be the same price today. And that does not only applies to nasi lemak, the phone that you buy, the cars that you buy, the food that you buy, you know, your necessities, your bills, your electricity bills, your water bills, your whatever it is, right? Whatever you're paying for is going to be affected by inflation. Okay. So that is why people look into investment, because, you know, compared savings and investment, right? Investment is just another vehicle that you use to ride your way towards your goal. Okay, so why people invest is because of they want to fight inflation. So the general inflation in Malaysia, we, let's say we put around 3 to 4% every single year. It means that every single year the cost of items will going to rise about 3 to 4%. Okay, so it means that in the next 10 years, let's say 30 to 40%. So just imagine nasi lemak 10 years ago, you know, like small bungkus nasi lemak bungkus, you can get around, I think, around 50 cents. Okay. Okay. Would you comment? Can you buy 50 cent nasi lemak right now? Okay. Yeah, I think there is, but like the nasi lemak is very, very small, again. All right. So in the next, like in the next 10 years, 20 years, like you're, let's say we are retiring in the next 25 years, so the cost of nasi lemak might be doubling in the next 20 or 30 years. Okay, so let's say if you're paying for nasi lemak like what, 5 ringgit or maybe 3 ringgit per bungkus, then you're going to be paying like maybe 9 ringgit or 10 ringgit per bungkus. Can you imagine that? All right. So the general inflation rate in Malaysia is 3 to 4%, and it means that when you invest, okay, when you invest, you have to find a vehicle, okay, that can fight inflation, that can overtake inflation. Okay, let's just imagine like inflation is a race car. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see me now. Okay, let's just imagine like inflation is a race car. So inflation is speeding, and you need to have a vehicle that can speed as fast as inflation or faster than inflation. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, if you invest in a vehicle, you know, that doesn't go as fast as inflation, it doesn't make sense. I mean, it beats the purpose of investment. All right, so that is the first reason why people invest. We want to fight the inflation. Okay, all right. Okay, let me skip this. Okay. All right, hold on. Before I go into this point, you know, what I mean by jimat masa is that, okay, you have to understand one thing. There are two ways, okay? There are two ways to make money, okay? There are two ways to make money. One is you actively, you know, find your income. You actively, you know, work your butt off, okay, having to find income. You spend your time kerja kat mana-mana or whatever, kan, you do your businesses or whatnot. So that is you using your time to find money. And it's only fair that, you know, you invested a lot of your time and energy to get money, right? So it's only fair that your money works hard for you too, right? So two ways of making money. One is actively looking for money or actively making money, and the other way is passively making money. Right? So what I mean by saving time is you can get, I mean, you can also make money by not spending your time. Okay, by not spending your time. So the normal way is that, you know, we spend our time, work and get money. But in investment and investing, okay, it's like you hiring your own money to work for you. Okay, how cool is that? Right? You hire your own money to work for you to produce more money. Wow. Right? So that is investment. So it saves up time. Okay. All right. Next. Okay, hold on. Okay. So that is the two main reasons why people invest, right? Main reason is to beat inflation. Second, to save time. And third, of course, is because of you want to get your goals, right? Okay. So, but then, before investment, this is like a simplified version of financial planning. Okay. I don't want you to focus on this. Okay. This is like very simplified version, but you have to understand that investment is not your main focus when you first uh you know have your income. When you first got your income, you should not be thinking of investment first, but you should be focusing on protecting on what you have first, because investment is just the vehicle. Guys, get this, investment is just the vehicle. All right, the fuel that fuels your vehicle is your money. Okay, get this. Okay, the fuel that fuels your investment vehicle is your money. It means that if you're not making money, okay, you're not actively making money, or you don't have money in the first place, your investment will not go, your investment will not run for you. Okay, I really hope that makes sense. Okay, it makes perfect sense, right? So it's just a vehicle. Okay, you're not driving the vehicle, of course, but you're fueling the vehicle with your money. So if you don't protect your money in the first place, if your money goes kaput, or your source of income gets cut, then how do you want to fuel your investment? Okay, and when you can't fuel your investment regularly, uh you know it doesn't help you to reach your goals. All right. Okay, so I've already talked about this. I already talked about setting goals. I've talked about when you want to invest, the first thing that you have to do is setting up your goals first, and then you think about, okay, how are you going to get there? So I'm just gonna share, like, there's a lot of investment vehicles that you have. Okay, like you have bonds or unit trust or ASB, ASN, okay, ASW, or real estate and whatnot. And the thing that you have to understand, that when we talk about investment, right, there will be risk. Okay, there will be risk. So it's just a matter of the risk is high, or it's the risk is low. One saying that goes everywhere is high risk, high return. And I can't say how wrong is that. Okay, high risk, high potential return, because the risk is always there. Okay, the risk is always there, but the return is not there yet. Okay, because when you invest, when you take out your money and put it somewhere, you have to think of one thing. Okay, whenever you take out money from your savings or your pocket and whatnot, and you put into an investment, you're putting into a risk. Okay, let's use the analogy of a car. For example, if I sit at home, okay, versus I'm driving a car going somewhere, which one is more dangerous? Okay, you can argue like macam duduk rumah pun bahaya juga kan, mana tahu jatuh dekat bilik air ke apa kan. But obviously the risk, okay, the risk of me going outside my comfort zone, my house, I'm bila kita keluar daripada rumah kita, driving a car, we are exposed into a lot of more dangers. Okay, ada robbery ke, or car accident. Okay, motor langgar, kereta langgar, bus langgar, lori langgar and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, that is the risk we're putting ourselves at. Okay, and in investment, the risk is always there, but the return is just a potential that you might have. Okay, so a lot of people that involves in scams, right, they think that all these scammers, they play with your emotion. You can get this much of return, you can get 50% return, 20% return. And if you put this in your logic, it doesn't make sense. How come if I invest like 1,000 today, at the end of the month I will get back 2,000? Or if I invest 10,000 today, and each and every single month I get back like 10% of what I invested every single month. So with high, let's put the scammers, right, as a high potential return. But you have to understand that if you take out that 10,000 and put into like a scam or any investment, right, you are risking your 10,000 ringgit for a potential of getting like 10% or 20% every single month or week after that. Okay, just understand that. Okay, so one more people like to use is, don't put your eggs in one basket. Okay. So what does that supposed to mean? Kenapa I tak boleh letak telur I semua dalam satu basket? Okay. So I want to visualize it for you guys and girls and men, women out there. Okay. So I want to visualize it for you, and how do we actually manage our eggs? Right. Okay. So imagine this. Okay. Imagine this. So how to apply, your eggs in investment. So let's imagine this. We have 3 different person. Okay, one is walking, the other is jogging, and one more is running. And each and every one of them, is holding a basket of eggs. All right. This is really funny. All right. Each and every one of them is holding a basket of eggs. And let's say example A, this man is walking from point A to point B. He just bought an egg at the grocery store and going back to his house. Okay, so what is the speed of returning from the grocery store to the house if we are walking? Of course, the speed will be slow, right? Okay, the speed will be slow. But the thing is, what is the risk of the man falling? It also will be slow because we are walking. Yes, the man could trip and dia tersepak batu ke, he kicked on like, I don't know, like a small rock, or some other people or guy bumped into him and he drops his egg. There is a possibility of that. But when we are walking from point A to point B, it's very rarely that we fall down. Okay, it's very rare that we fall down. Okay, so let's take the second example of person B jogging from the grocery store to his house. So what's the speed of it? Of course, it's moderate. Okay, it's not slow, it's not fast, but yeah, it's acceptable. Okay, jogging to the house, carrying the basket of eggs. So what's the risk? Of course, there will be medium risk of him falling to the ground. And we take the third example, the man running with the basket. Okay, he could protect the basket, he could like put a wrapper in, or he could like strap it to his body or whatnot. He could do a lot of safeguarding of his eggs, right? But the speed from the store to his house would be very, very fast. I mean, faster than the guys who's jogging back and walking back. And what's the risk? Of course, there will be high risk. And also, kalau dia jatuh pun dia terantuk kepala dia kat rumah kan. Right? Okay. So we take this analogy, right? And we apply it into investment. Okay. So what does this all mean? So your eggs is your money, right? The speed of the person ABC returning from the grocery store to the house is your investment. Your house is you, okay, because you want your money back. Betul. You want your money back as fast as possible. You want your return as fast as possible, right? You want your goals to be met as fast as possible. And what is the grocery store? Is all those investment companies or vehicles. Okay, this is just like example. Don't cari plus satu kan. This is like example. Okay, so the grocery store is in fact all these investment vehicles that we have in the financial industry. So it is about you, when you put your money here in any of these companies or vehicles, you want your money back as fast as possible or as safely as possible. Okay, so how do we apply, so how do we apply this? Don't put your eggs in one basket. Where to put your eggs? Okay, so let's take this the same graph. Okay, let's take the same graph. This is how we should putting our eggs, which is you have your money. Okay, it should be spread out between different vehicles. Okay, it should be spread out between a few vehicles, because we want in investing, right? The number one thing that we want is we want our goals to be met. That is the number one priority. Okay, second priority is we want our goals to be met. Okay, sorry, we need our goals to be met, right? There's a big difference there. A want is just like, I want this, but a need, okay, a need, if you don't have it, then you're in trouble. If you don't have it, you're, you have problems. If you don't have it, like we don't want food, we need food to live. Okay, we need food to live. So let's say we take our retirement example. Okay, I want to retire debt free. Okay, how important is that to you? How important is retiring debt free to you? Or you don't mind at the age of 60 still paying out your housing loans, or you don't mind, after the age of 60 you still paying your car loan. Okay, you don't mind if the banks keep calling you, even after you don't have a job. Okay, you are retired, but the bank is still calling you, hello sir, hello madam, you're overdue your payment. No, right? We don't want that nonsense, right? We don't want that when we retire. So yeah, the priority is getting our goals met. The third thing is that when we need our goals to be met, it means that we want to go there safely. Okay, we want to go there safely. Okay, so how to decide? Okay, how to decide which vehicles to choose, or which vehicles to ride, or which vehicles you want to put your fuel in. So simply put is, number one is, what is your time horizon? Okay, I mean, how fast you want your goals to be met. Okay, let's say for example retirement. If you have like 25 years of time left to accumulate your fund, okay, it means that you have a higher risk tolerance. Okay, what I mean is that if something happens to your investment in the next 1, 2, or 3, or maybe 5 or 7 years, you have another 20 years, to fix that. Okay, next example, let's say I'm retiring in the next 10 years. What if something happens to my investment in the next like 4, 5, or 6 years? Can I use 4 years to fix my financial position? It's very difficult, right? It's very difficult. Okay, let's say next example, let's say I have 5 years left, going to my retirement. Okay, I only have left with 5 years. Can I afford to risk my money? No. Okay, that's why the longer of time horizon you have between you and your goals, you can take some risk. Okay, you can take some risk, but the shorter you are to your goals, okay, to your financial goals, the less uh the less you have to tolerate with risk. Okay, so the number one thing is time horizon, right? Next is your age factor. This one relates to, relates to the time horizon. And one more thing is where you are right now with your career. Okay, where you are right now with your career. Let's say for example a kid, right? Like let's say we take this guy right here, just finished college and just started working. Okay, he have a lot of energy and time, okay, to put into making money. Okay, it means that if he did some investment mistakes, he could still have the time and energy to make up for it. But let's say if we take an older generation or older people, okay, let's say age 60 or age 70, age 50 plus, we don't have enough of energy left, right? Okay, we don't have enough time left. Okay, do we want to spend our retirement still working? It's fun if we work because we want to, but if we work because we need to, that becomes a little bit like boring, right? So yeah, so the age factor, it determines how many risks that you're able to take, and your time and energy that you have. All right, next is your experience. Okay, experience have to do a lot of risk tolerance. Each and every one of us have different risk tolerance. Okay, we tolerate differently toward risk. Okay, let's say we take two people of the same age. Okay, let's say age 30, right? Both of them is age 30. So you can have one guy have low risk tolerance where he doesn't want to put his eggs in high risk investments, and you can have the other guy, same age, like same occupation and whatnot, but he have or she have a higher risk tolerance, means that he is able to withstand the risk if he puts or she puts the money in a high risk vehicle. Okay, so yeah, all right, so this is the risk profile. So if you want to know where you sit, okay, you can take an online test about this. Okay, where you are at, where is your risk tolerance level at, so that you could make your investment decisions wisely. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna end my presentation here. Hold on, let me stop sharing my screen. All right, okay, we're back. Okay, so what do you think? Okay, do you have like another perspective on investment right now? I really hope you do. Okay, I really hope like you have another view of investment, and not just something that is very very dangerous or is very very safe. It's somewhere in the middle where when you know what you're doing, okay, you can go there safely. Okay, all right. So that is investment. Okay, I want to answer the second question is, when is the right time to invest? When is the right time to invest? It's a question like a lot of people like to ask, right? I mean, when should I invest? When should I buy something? Okay, when should I buy, let's say, a particular stock? Or when should I invest in unit trust? Or when should I invest in ASB, ASN, ASW? Okay, so let's talk about that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again, and I am going to show you um, our market performance. Okay, I'm going to show you Malaysia performance as a whole, and we are going to do this by looking at the FBM KLCI index. Okay, let's go. Okay. So by the way, I'm using TradingView. This is a free online app you can use. You can also register and go view the charts yourself if you want to. FBM KLCI. Okay. So let's look at this reset chart, and let's get rid of this. Monthly, no. Okay. All right. Okay. When is the right time to invest? Okay. So I'm going to show you some data so that you could make sense of what I'm saying right now. Okay. So before I go into the charts, okay, let's just talk about the first thing is, what is your goals on investment? Okay, and I'm sorry we're going back into that because it's very 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 important, because knowing where you want to go is the first step, and the second step is knowing where you are right now. Okay, if you don't know where you're going, then it doesn't even matter where you are right now. You never, you, you takkan tahu mana nak pergi. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. When is the right time to invest? So when we talk about investing, it means that we are not trading. Okay, that is a big difference, and people get so mixed up about it. So let me just, clear up the wind, clear up the atmosphere here. What is trading versus, or and what is investing? All right. When we talk about invest, okay, when we talk about investing, the main difference between trading and investing is timing. Okay. I put jam dekat situ. Alright. When we talk about trading, this is for short-term gains. Okay. Guys, I really hope you can follow. This is very, very important. Kejap lagi you akan open up your mind, something else. Okay. So when we talk about trading, this is for short-term gains. Alright. I would say trading is like a job. I would say trading is like working 9 to 5. Okay, working 9 to 5. We put it that way, easy. Investing is long term. It means that, okay, you can't put here dekat sini and you can't put here dekat sini. What I mean is this is you cannot expect to invest and get trading results. Okay, you cannot invest and get trading results. And you cannot trade, okay, and you cannot trade and get investing results. Okay, let's say for example, you want 10% of returns. Okay, you want 10% of returns. All right. So is it possible if you get this 10% returns of investment in, let's say, 2 weeks? Is it possible if you invest, let's say you invest 50K? Okay, you're aiming for 10%. So my question is, number one, okay, is it possible we get 10% in 2 weeks' time? Let me give you like 5 seconds to answer. Okay. So the answer is yes, it is possible. Guys, it is possible to invest and get 10% in 2 weeks. Well, heck, we could even get 20% in 2 weeks. My second question is, should we aim 10% in 2 weeks? The answer is no. Okay. I letak 3x dekat situ. So if you're on American Got Talent, you have to go out of the stage. Okay. So it is possible for you guys to get 10% of returns investing in 2 weeks' time or even 1 week. Okay. But the second question is, should you expect a return of 20% or 10% in 2 weeks' time? The answer is no, because this 10% or 20% in 1 or 2 weeks' time, this is the result of trading, not investing. Okay, it means that if you are trading, this is what you are aiming for short term, not long term. Kalau you're trading, then you getting around what 10% in 1 or 2 years, 5 years, then you should not trade at all. Okay, all right. So I hope this really clears up what you have at the back of your head or what people is telling you. So when you're investing, you should be aiming for long-term returns. Okay. So let's say we have like medium-term goals and long-term goals. So you should be aiming this like maybe every year or every 2 years or 3 years. It depends. Okay. So, but not in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month time. So this is the big difference between trading and investing. I really hope you find this episode interesting. Okay. And any questions, please do let me know. Okay. All right. So let's go to the charts. Okay. Let's answer the question of when is the right time for you to invest? Okay. We know investing, we know now that investing helps you in a lot of ways. You know, it helps you with your inflation, it helps you with your time, it helps you with your money working for you. Okay. So the question is, when is the right time to invest? All right. The one thing we have to know is, okay, let me terbalik sikit soalan kan. All this, right? This is past information. Okay, all this is past information, means that anybody who opens the chart, oh, okay, oh, jatuh terus, oh, tu naik balik lah, oh, jatuh, and then, oh, that we can see that, oh, yang ni, oh, recover, jatuh lagi, oh, recover. Everybody can see that. Jatuh ni, oh, recover. Okay. Asian financial crisis, and we have, and then we have the housing bubbles right here, Asian financial crisis right here, housing bubble, and then we have like, COVID right there. All right, it's about 10 years apart. Okay, and I don't want to go into that. Okay, so before, this is all, this is past information, everybody can see. Now my question to you is, why I have put K there? My question to you is, all right, can you draw for me what will happen in the next 10 years? Okay, we know what happened in the last 10 years. Now, my question to you is, can you help me draw the outcome of the next 10 years? Okay, I'm going to give you like another 5 seconds there. Okay. Okay. Maybe someone answer like, oh, okay, mungkin like this or like this or that. Mungkin tak, mungkin jatuh lagi. I don't know, COVID tak okay ke? Okay. Nobody knows where the market is going specifically. Okay, nobody knows where the market is going specifically. I mean, we don't know if, next year is going to do this and that, or we don't know next year is going to do that, or we don't know it is going to do that. So the question of when is the right time to buy, it's you are already answering a wrong question. Okay, the question is, when is the right time to invest? So if you are looking to answer this, you are already answering a wrong question. It means that however you answer it is going to be wrong, because the question is wrong. The question should be, how should I invest? How should, not when to. Okay, how should you invest? Because you already know you need to invest. The next question is, how should you invest, not when to invest. Okay, so the thing about investment is that, okay, if you put your money, okay, so sorry, before I go into that, right? So when I say that, how should you invest, it means that, okay, when we say about timing, we cannot, I repeat, we cannot time the market. Okay, we cannot time the market. Oh, mungkin ada orang cakap, okay, invest bila market tengah down lah, benda semua kan. Okay, fine, market tengah down. Let's say I do this. Okay, let's say I do that. Market tengah jatuh. Then orang cakap, okay lah, okay, orang cakap beli bila tengah bawah kan, invest bila market tengah down, then you invest, letak duit. Okay, let's say you put your bulk of your money dekat sini. Okay, I'm going to keep play and kita tengok apa jadi. Okay. Let's say this is just your investment you put, tak kisah mana-mana. We're talking investment as a whole, not a specific vehicle. Okay. Let's say you invest kat situ. Tiba-tiba, jatuh lagi. Dan naik sikit, dan bagi you harapan. Okay, you invest right there. And then what happened? Market jatuh lagi. How, the same question applies. How would you know that this is going to stop? How would you know this is not going downwards even further? How would you know that? You can't. You can't. Okay, that's why you can't time the market. You can't time the market. So the next question is, how should you invest? This is the right question. Okay, so the way you should be investing is that, okay, let's say you have a goal to be met in the next 15 years. Okay, let's say 2022. Let's say you have a goal to be met right there. Okay, this is your end goal right there. Okay, so let's do this activity. Would you rather, okay, would you rather, like, let's say you have, let's say 100K. By the way, guys, and girls and women and men out there, by the way, this is not an investment advice, okay? This is just me sharing my thoughts. Don't take what I say, everything here, and you sneaky pergi apply. Okay, I do not know what is your level of literacy is. What I recommend is, if you find what I talk about is interesting, okay, and you want to look into investment, I really, really recommend for you to look to see a licensed financial planner. That is my end advice. You have to remember that. I tak nak nanti habis session, oh ada cakap kena buat ni, tengok habis semua buat. Okay, right? So disclaimer, okay, this is not an investment advice. Okay, this is just an activity. I just want to open your mind up. Okay, would you rather do this? You invest a bulk of your money right now, okay, and every time the market goes down, all your money depreciates, and like you have negative outcome. Okay, but whenever the price rise up, then every basket of your eggs, okay, every ringgit that you have goes up. Okay, and if it continues to goes down, then the whole bulk of your money is going down. So okay, just do this activity first, and you answer sendiri. Okay, you get this answer yourself, put it on a paper or think it inside of your head. Okay, so this is the first way. Or would you rather, okay, put some money down, the market does this, put some money down, the market does this, you put some money down. Okay, what happened is that the market still goes down. Okay, the market still goes down. But what you are doing right here, you are managing your risk. Okay, let's say if I draw the same structure of market right there, and you put your bulk of money, let's say you have this 100K, you put all 100K there. Okay, if you put everything right now right here, if the value goes down, then the whole value of your 100K goes down even further. So if this one, let's say, decreases by 10%, then you're only left with let's say 90,000, for example. Okay, 90,000. All right. So in this second method, what you're doing is you are managing your risk. Risk is always there. Okay, kita tak cakap in investing like, okay, I am managing my reward. Okay, I am managing my potential profit. We don't say that. Okay, I'm managing my potential profit. Okay, we don't say that, because that is why we have risk reward ratio. How many you're putting up, how many you're risking your money to get to get some reward, to get the rewards, or to get the profit, right? So what you're doing here is you are effectively managing your risk. This is what we call averaging. I know people likes to use this, but okay, don't just go to anyone and ask for, okay, I want to do averaging. Okay, this is called like dollar cost averaging, whereby you average down your cost. It means that, okay, let's say for example you put 10K here, okay, then you put like 20K there, and you put another, let's 70K here. Okay, so even though this goes down like 10%, you're only be losing around 1K of your investment. Okay, this one goes down another like 5%, you're losing about another 5K. and let's say this one goes down for another 1%, then you're losing around what, seven something. Okay, right? And when the market goes up, okay, when the market goes up, you put some money down. When the market goes up, you put some money down. So what happened is that you are able to buy at a lower price, okay? Rather than if the market goes up right here, you are only at the breaking even price. It means that you're not making any money yet. Whereby, okay, if you put your money periodically, or what I say, if you spread out your risk, okay, if you spread out your risk, it'll be your potential profit would be more not manageable, it would be more like it's I would say easier to get. It's at least you have the light at the end of the tunnel lah. Okay, so obviously if you're looking around like, okay Adam, that is the market goes down, okay, but what if I put like 100k and then oh it goes like that, macam would I not be profiting even more kalau I letak 100k right now rather than okay 10,000, 20,000, 30, 70,000? Would I be profiting more? The answer is yes. But back to my second question, should we expect this? Okay, because when you look at the market like this, it means that you are only looking at what? You are only looking at itu mata you are only looking at what? The potential returns, not at the potential risk you're putting your money into. All right, guys. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here. Okay. All right. Okay. How do you guys find the session so far? I really hope that you get something and then you get some input from my session today. Because during this pandemic, a lot of entities are trying to take advantage of people, take advantage of your money, our money, and we have to be smart about it and not give into the short-term trend. Okay, because trend doesn't last. Trend doesn't last. Let's say, for example, gold. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again. Just for 5 minutes, guys. Just bear with me. Okay, I'm gonna show you a chart of gold. Okay, let's go to the daily. Okay, if you bought gold, okay, because of the hype, look at this. Okay, the gold value went up because of the pandemic, and then what happened is that a lot of people join in because harga gold naik tinggi. Okay, let's say I do this macam tu kan. Okay, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Is that not inviting you to invest to gold? Okay, cannot this can be like a marketing material for people who sells gold. Like you see the chart of gold, tengok chart gold naik tinggi. And if we bought into the hype, if we buy into the trend, then what happened next is sadness. Okay. So people who like bought gold, August or September 2020, right, is not breaking even yet of their investment. Okay, this is where the general price is right now. This is not the direct price of what you're looking into gold yang dekat kedai tu apa semua. Okay. Right. So don't invest into trends. Okay, invest that something that is long lasting. Okay, guys. We are going into the end of our show. I really had fun with you guys. If you have questions, please put down in the comment section down below. I'm interested to know, what are the topics of financial that you're interested in, that you want us to talk about. And I'll see you guys in the next in the next show. And by the way, guys, if you want to see a licensed financial planner, you can click on the link down below in the description and on the screen here. Okay, you can find previous episodes of the Moneymalist, and you can talk to a licensed financial planner here. And if you're unsure of things, please just ask the ones with the right knowledge, with the correct information, so you always do this small decision making with doing the right things. Okay, small steps accumulate into bigger goals. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Moneymalist. Ciao, guys. Bye bye.